Good evening, guys. Good evening. Right, I did say that I'll put up another couple of vids, and I don't know if I have enough time to put the second one up, which was reference all that's going on in the papers regarding transfer activity connected to the club. But I wanted to do a quick one, a very quick one, on someone that divides opinions amongst our fan base more than any other player I've ever known. And to be totally honest with you, I don't really get it. Because for me, he's a quality player, and the stats don't lie. In the last 2-3 years, he has been probably our best player. And I'm talking about, of course, Mason Mount. Now, this is the situation. Right now, I think it's fair to say his form's not as great as what it has been. He's a player that always has standards. And he's always managed to hit those standards. One of those players that never ever let you down. But it is fair to say that his form's gone slightly off the boil in comparison to where it's been, in the past. And I think this has got a lot to do with the fact that it's to do with his contract, obviously. We know that, well, rumour has it that he's after 300 grand a week, or even 250 grand a week. Now, I don't understand why we don't pay it and why we haven't gone towards him rather than kind of play silly buggers and let it kind of like lengthen out. Because all it does is it just shows, it sort of gives off uncertainty, but not only that, it psychologically, it says to him, well, maybe I'm not in demand as much as I was. And the thing about, players of that particular age, it is all about the ego. It's very, very egotistical. Now, if you're someone like him and you see players coming in your position, players coming in, colleagues from the England football side like Raheem Sterling on 325 grand a week, and there you are on 80 grand a week, and you've remained on 80 grand a week. It's not like it's back fucking dated. He's on a contract and he's getting £80,000 a week, and he's, Reece James 200 or whatever it is, 250 grand a week. You're gonna feel it. You are gonna feel it. When you see other players in the team, like Koulibaly, I think he's on top wages too. 250 grand a week or whatever it is. And then you're constantly on 80 grand a week, but there's no kind of, this negotiation is kind of, it's almost like we're prepared to kind of like lengthen it out. It kind of says its own story. And I'm just also linking this with Declan Rice, because I don't really think there was any other club really involved. All right, there was talk about Man United, but Declan Rice was always going to come to Chelsea, let's be honest. It's only the fact that West Ham put a astronomical transfer fee on his head that we've waited it out. But there's a lot of rumours right now that he likes Mikel Arteta, and he's quite keen on a move to Arsenal. Now, is that because of the uncertainty of Mason Mount's contracts? Because we know they're fucking absolutely fantastic pals. Are we not as keen now towards Declan Rice? Because maybe the bigger picture is that we're looking to cash in on Mount. I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. But I'll tell you what I do know. If, as a football club, we want to keep, and we want to keep Mason Mount, and we want to keep the, just the general kind of psychology in the right places. In other words, like, you want everything to be, everyone on the same sort of hymn sheet, a happy ship, so to speak. Then we need to put the arm of love around the kid, because I believe that it's affecting his form. And why wouldn't it affect his form? He's only a young lad. It is all about uncertainty right now. Is he going? Is he staying? Are they actually, do they actually think I'm worth that? And all the respect and everything that he's had prior to that, you would question certain things, wouldn't you? And it is a really, really kind of weird. I mean, let's have it right. Footballers' wages are obscene. Absolutely no one should get paid that. When you see nurses getting paid what they're getting paid, or just anyone really, you know, in general life, and you see what footballers are getting. They live a completely privileged life, a life that's just, you can't even imagine it. We can't imagine it because we're not in that position. But I suppose the difference between 80 grand, I mean, 80 grand's still a lot of money, let's have it right. But it's not about that. You know, it is all about egotistical reasons and feeling self-worth. And I just think if we've got any intentions of keeping Mason Mount and getting Declan Rice, if that is the bigger picture, then we need to kind of like just pay him exactly the same amount of money as Reece James, or pay him what Raheem Sterling's on. Because let's be honest, Mason Mount playing the way Mason Mount was, it's exactly what we're all after, isn't it? You know, players don't suddenly become shit, but I'm telling you now, it's all this baggage that's going on with regards to his contract that's causing all of this. And I think we need to make our minds up, because if the bigger picture is that, you know, we want to cash in on him, then it's quite possible that we're not going for Declan Rice. That's just my take on it. Or maybe Declan Rice is holding off on that and going, do you know what? If Mace ain't there, maybe I'll go to Arsenal. I really don't know, guys. But what I do know is, if we've got any intentions of keeping the player and any intentions of seeing Mason Mount come back to his best, then we have to put that arm of love around him and make him feel like he is important. Because right now, when you're playing alongside other players on double, if not treble, your wages, and the likes of Raheem Sterling almost 4 times your wages, you know, he plays in the same England team as him, sometimes he plays instead of him, then you can kind of understand, perhaps psychologically, how he's seeing things, you know. So that's up to us. We have to make that decision. I'm just wondering whether the bigger decision is to move him on. And then I suppose in which case then you'd have to question the whole Declan Rice scenario. But I mean, I personally would like to see him just give him what he wants. I mean, as I say, footballers' wages are completely and utterly obscene. We know that, you know. But the bottom line is, it is all about market forces. And if we don't pay it, somebody else will. And without a doubt, he is an absolute quality player. You know, when you get the likes of Lionel Messi and that, sort of singling him out. You know, listen, player of the year, you know, his stats don't lie. He is a quality player. And yes, he is slightly out of sorts right now, we know that. But it's not something that can't be fixed. And I just think it's that psychological one. We need to get his mind settled and make him feel like he is valued, you know. Anyway, that's my take on it, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Would you pay him the dough, or do you think we should just let him go? And if it meant us not getting Declan Rice, would you still be okay to let him go? Or like me, would you like to see him come back, get his head right, get back to who we know he is as a player, and also to sign Declan Rice? Let us know down below, guys, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. And of course, up the shills.